Hey there, gorgeous. Hey, J-Dubs. Let me just get into the chat here, guys. Hey there, guys. My name is Melissa, also known as the Tarotist, and I am going to be your tarot card reader today, guys. We are going to do whatever comes out for each individual sign. You can certainly always check all of your placements. Of course, if you're tuning in for the live, you're welcome to stick around for the whole thing. We'd love to have you. And there will be timestamps in the pinned comment below after the live stream is over. So if you're here for the replay or the playback or whatever they call that, you should be able to look for your zodiac sign. Certainly, you can check out any placements in your birth chart, whichever you think will resonate best for you. And you're welcome to check out placements that are nowhere. Whoa, this is the problem here, guys. Certainly, you're just welcome to check out any of the readings or all of the readings if you'd like to. Guys, anything that you would ever need to know about myself or my channel, you can find in the description box below. You know what? Not right now, but if you're here for the replay, I just realized I don't think they do. I don't think they put my regular description box in when I do these streams anymore from the StreamYard. Let me just go look. J-Dubs, I'm trying to get to you, honey, to the live chat. I don't know if you're here for it, but I originally... Oh, hey, the Bat Mom. Hey, Kelly Long. Wow, hi, good to see you guys. Oh, happy birthday to your baby girl. My baby girl just turned 12 on the 7th of October, so 2 little Libra babies, and I know, I feel you, baby. These little sweet things. And hey, guys, good to see you. Okay, I am going to go through a little bit of a spiel here. Not much, guys. Just going to say, I think I pretty much already said it, but personal readings. No, that's why, because I don't think there is a description box below. There will be, but I think they put some little, because I have this free version right now. Yeah, so it is what it is. I'm going to do it right now, guys. Give me 1 second. But personal readings, guys, are available at this time, but I am closed for Zoom and FaceTime readings still for the moment, but there are pre-recorded and email readings. And again, moments from now, that will be listed in the description box below if you're interested in those. Of course, engaging with the channel in some or all ways, certainly these live chats, if you're live, or even if you're not active in the chat and you're just here for the live reading, this is another really powerful way for me to pick up on your energy in these collective readings. And just give me 1 second. I'm just trying to get this description box figured out. Guys, how's everybody doing? What is it feeling like fall where you guys are at? It just started to feel like fall here in Minnesota. And I love fall, but I really love summer too. So it's a tough, I like the spooky season and the transition and Libra season, and does feel like there's a lot of love in the air. Oh, no wonder it's Libra season. I didn't even think about that when I was feeling the love in the air the other day. I posted, it just felt like there's so much love in the air. Like I could feel people's butterflies and kind of falling head over heels for one another. It's so sweet and I'm jealous. No, I'm just kidding. Cuffing season is coming up, of course, and I think it has to do with Libra season and then back to back with Scorpio. Woo! No wonder it feels so lovey out there. Okay, guys, let me just put this in the description box and then we will get going on these readings here. Dreaming alone tonight. All right, let's get it. Okay, guys. Okay, so the description box below if you're looking for a personal reading, guys. And again, anything you would ever need to know about myself or the channel, you can find there in the description box, the community tab or the channel description as well. You can check out my website, which is www.thetarotist.com. What is all over my... Oh, it's from this freaking candle. Give me a second, guys, because where am I with it? Guess I need a little oil on that door there, it sounds like. All right. Okay, guys, I'm back and ready for this reading. We are going to start on the birthday sign. Libra, happy birthday, gorgeous. Happy birthday again, Bat Mom, to your 12-year-old. And then Libra, let's get you a little reading here. I'm Melissa, going to be your tarot card reader, and we are just going to get a little whatever comes out reading for each and every sign, starting with you. And again, happy birthday. And I'm sorry, I can't figure out what I'm saying right now. But we're going to ease into this, and I'm going to get back into the live chat. Okay, here we go. Put that out of our way here. And we are going to start out with the tarot. If I feel like I need any type of help clarifying the reading, we will jump into some Moonology cards as well. But I am just going to try to use the Tarot Libra. There you are in your own energy. The court card that does represent your sign, the Queen of Swords. Something about you are, I want to say, on fire at this time. There's something about whatever you say, by the way, being very powerful. And I'm not going to take all that. Yeah, so powerful. And then we got the Ace of Swords. Something about a truth you're speaking. By the way, people are listening and they're being, I want to say, whatever you're saying is very heavily influential at this time. Okay. So they are saying there is a way to be very forthcoming and truthful without being rude. And I just saw a post. I don't know if I posted it here on YouTube or on my Facebook. I think I shared it on my Facebook, but anyways, it's coming through for you. And it's basically something about being, we don't have to disguise being rude with being forthcoming. You can be forthcoming without being rude, is something like this. But it's saying whatever you're saying at this time has a lot of weight. So it's feeling like anything you say is going to be very influential. So just be aware of the way you're saying it, who you're saying it to, and what exactly you're saying. I hope that makes sense for you. It feels like they're saying, by the way, be very honest about whatever this is. And I am also getting, don't beat around the bush. So sometimes I think Libras can be very aware of people, or I want to say hyper aware of people's feelings, because I think as far as air signs are concerned, I think actually even as water signs, I think Libra might be one of the most empathic or spiritually gifted signs of them all. Of course, I think we all have a lot of different spiritual gifts and things like that. But I will say that Libra's ability to empathize with others does make them appear to be kind of people pleasy. So they are saying something about, so there's a balance, right? Or there's like a happy medium here where they want you to be very honest without beating around the bush or tiptoeing around the issue. But also without being too, they're saying sometimes you have to come off a little colder because you are usually so sweet that you will avoid the actual truth. I hope this makes sense for you. So they're saying this is you. You're working on this, you're mastering this, you're becoming your true and authentic self by learning how to be honest and forthcoming without being rude, and without tiptoeing around and dancing around the issue. I hope that makes sense for you. I am going to leave it at that. And I love you guys. Oh, Libra rising. You guys are beautiful. Did I know that about you, J-Dubs? I probably did. I bet you guys are absolutely stunning though. And we are going to move right along. Happy birthday again, Libra. Love you so much. And moving right along to the sign. We're going to make them short and sweet, I guess, guys. And I am just going to stick to the tarot again. If I feel in a particular read that I need a little more clarity or clarification, I will either get more clarification from the tarot or might use an oracle deck. But I just wanted to kind of keep it tarot and channel-y rather than try to add too many words, if that makes sense. Scorpio, moving along. Scorpio, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa, also known as the Tarotist. I'm not going to say that every time, guys, hopefully. I'm going to be your tarot card reader for the next few moments or so. We're just going to grab some tarot for you, really quick messages, whatever needs to come out for you at this time. Ooh, Scorpio, hello there. Scorpio, you got the 10 of Pentacles, and there's something about, I want to say don't give up. Also, don't hold too tightly to something. There's some sort of inheritance. I want to say it could be you might be inheriting some sort of, I want to say, spiritual download from your ancestors. Okay. Some weird things coming through here. And some information that is going to lead to a very successful and quickly successful time, both financially and in love here. Because of a, well, that's what they're saying, there's a need to let go of, or I want to say level up from a past cycle of yours, something that you're holding too tightly to, or a narrative or a mindset. By the way, I'm getting sort of on this, four of pentacles sometimes can mean abundance, and it does have a lot of good energies around it, by the way, and there does seem to be a lot of abundance available here to you, both again financially and in love, or in just in general, like emotional happiness, just emotional fulfillment or something like that. But they are saying that there is a tendency for you to sabotage or self sabotage, or I want to say stay stuck in a negative time in your life by way of, I'm getting like time traveling. So, this is something that water signs are really good at, time traveling, by way of you can literally enter a frequency or a timeline by a smell or a memory or a sound. And so they're saying that your need to let go of the memory of, or it's like you need to heal from it, right? But it's like you already have. That's what they're saying. So there's some memory that you won't stop focusing on, and you actually keep traveling to the timeline of that situation. And I hope you know what that means, but basically a timeline is a frequency, or basically let's say that we all have 100 different timelines we could live on. One is our very lowest timeline and our most, I want to say, egotistical, or our least favorable timeline, and then the 100th is our most favorable timeline, or our highest timeline available to us. So let's say you're on 75th timeline right now, but you keep thinking about something that happened on the third timeline, and it's bringing you down into that timeline in frequency. And the longer you remain in that frequency, the more likely it will be that you stay stuck in that frequency for, I want to say, indefinitely, but I know that that can't be true, but certainly more permanently than you need to be. So you've already elevated. Again, focusing on something like that from the past that you've already elevated from will bring you right down. You're living in that timeline as you focus on it. So the moment you take your focus off of that thing, you are going to be, I want to say, it's like you can't even bring some of these blessings in because you're focused on an older timeline or a lower timeline. I hope this makes sense for you, because it looks like you have so much available to you on this frequency, or on the frequency that you've literally worked so hard to level up to. And then something, I want to say they're saying there must be something on that timeline that you still need to release. And I don't know how you want to do that. A cord cutting meditation. If you need to call somebody and tell them you never want to speak them to them again, it sounds like, it feels like it could be a relationship, and maybe a romantic relationship. By the way, it could be an old boss of yours. They're saying like a literal phone call might help you release yourself from this timeline, or a letter. You might want to write a letter. You may or may not send that letter, but there is a need to say goodbye to this person or this frequency or this timeline or whatever this memory is that's back there, because you have too much here and available and waiting for you on the frequency that you're currently on, but it is having a hard time coming in as you're focused on whatever this is. I hope that makes sense for you. J Dubs, thank you so much. Yeah, I love you. I can't either. Come a chameleon. Scorpio, really exciting things, by the way. True love, happiness, love. I'm getting love and marriage. So yeah, just a lot of exciting things for you, including, I don't know if you have that, by the way. They're bringing now Kelly Bundy, and then they're bringing like that you might have the potential to be a sitcom star or some sort of very popular, very, what's the right word? I want to say trendy. There's something that you have available to you that is going to become very successful very quickly. It's going to trend. You're going to go viral, right? I want to say like Kelly Bundy did in the 80s or 90s or whatever, but there's something, and it might be a sitcom that is going to like take off because you're on it, or whatever it is here. But by the way, they're saying that none of these opportunities can actually land here, and you are not landing in the frequency that they're on permanently until you let go of whatever's on that last frequency. Okay. Not the last. It feels several frequencies ago, by the way. So if you have to write a letter, make a phone call, send an email, whatever it is, they are saying there is a need to release this, do some cord cutting meditations or things like that. Okay. I love you so much. And we are moving right along to the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for the next few minutes or so. We're just going to get a few tarot cards to see what quick messages the divine has for you at this time. That's it. I don't want to lose your love tonight. Hey. Oh. It did come out in the reverse pretty clearly. Something about, oh. Okay. Well, this feels like love for sure, Sagittarius. And let me try to get it definitely feels like your other half. I do want to say that you're ignoring your other half. And I want to say that it's because of a betrayal from your past that you haven't gotten over, why it came out in the reverse. It feels like a betrayal from your past that you still need to heal from or release, or I want to say maybe even acknowledge. By the way, they're saying something about like you can't heal it if you don't know, or if you don't acknowledge it. So I am getting that you're not acknowledging the severity of the pain of some rejection, actually, is the energy that I'm getting with that, or betrayal from your past. It does feel like a partner that cheated, and your pride didn't allow you to feel the pain of it because you were too busy trying to say it didn't hurt, or you were fine, or that you didn't love them anyways, or something like that. Okay. But I want to say you have your other half right in your vicinity. It could be a Scorpio or a Pisces here. Could have that in their chart, could be any sign, of course, but it is saying that the delay is because you have a betrayal that you still are holding so tightly onto, that you're not allowing yourself to be open or vulnerable with anyone else. And the person, I don't know if they're already in your energy and you're pushing them away. It kind of feels that way, by the way. Like, yeah, it's almost like they sparked an interest in you. You felt something for them, and immediately all this kind of like pain from the past started rushing up to the surface here. And in order to reject the acknowledgement of that pain, you started to push away and reject this actual other half of your soul. I hope this makes sense for you. So there is a need for you to take by yourself. You do not need to make this acknowledgement in front of anybody else. This needs to be done in the comfort of your own home, in the privacy of your own home, where you just simply sit, maybe cry, maybe you don't cry. You're a Sagittarius. I'm not saying you're a crybaby like me. Okay. But maybe crying is the way that our body actually was designed to release painful energy from our body, from our nervous system. Okay. That's actually a very intricate design by the creator. This wasn't an accident. The reason why we cry when we're in pain is because that's actually how we release that pain. So if you need to cry about this, that would be one way. By the way, I'm getting a lot of writing people letters. I think it was Scorpio that I just said this to, but they're saying that you writing to the person, you don't need to send it ever, but to the person about the betrayal and how it felt. So I want to say it brought back a childhood trauma of neglect or abandonment. And actually, I want to say that that's the purpose of this last relationship, or this traumatic situation, or this, I want to say, this betrayal was to actually unearth and have you relive an abandonment wound from your childhood so that you could, in fact, have healthy relationships here and now. Okay. I hope that makes sense for you, but writing it out, crying it out, feeling it however you need to. But the biggest thing here, which they're saying is the hardest for you, is acknowledging that it hurt. You don't have to admit that to the person. You don't have to admit that to anybody else. But in order for you to heal from it, you do have to actually admit that to yourself. Okay. And we are going to move right along to the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn, hey there, gorgeous. I am Melissa, and I'm also known as the Tarotist. And I'm not going to say that every time, guys, but I guess I am going to say it sometimes. I am going to take a little bit of my electrolytes here, guys. Have you ever tried Element electrolytes? This is not a commercial for Element. I like them, but I like Dr. Berg's, like the energy you get from Dr. Berg's electrolytes, but I like the flavor of these Element ones better, guys. Capricorn in the house. I'm so sorry, honey. And I just went on a little rant about my electrolytes because I was getting a little cotton mouth. And no, I don't smoke weed. I am 100% sober for several years now, guys. And let's get some energy on Capricorn. Capricorn, I'm going to try to remember to timestamp it right here for you, baby, so you don't have to hear me drinking my electrolytes and stuff. And we are just going to get you some of these tarot cards, whatever messages from the divine need to come through for you at this time. Let's see what we got. Ten of Pentacles, Capricorn. Sounds about right. First of all, this coming through a little differently. It has come out for another sign, but this time it's coming through as a promotion, by the way. There's some sort of promotion available to you. I want to say you're going to get a promotion that you didn't even apply for, or an offer for an opportunity that is, I want to say, way above the position you're currently in. Okay, so then there is this need to let go of the position that you're currently in, and they are saying that you do not need to let that position go first. I want to get more. They're saying something about you're feeling obligated to a particular company. I want to say your boss, by the way, and then this came out. Who it's like somebody that you've actually never had good boundaries with, or you've never been able to be truly honest with because they didn't have you weren't safe with them, is what I want to say. So Capricorn, you're going to get a promotion or an offer or an opportunity, and it might be for a completely different company, by the way. Somebody, a headhunter is what I'm getting here. That you, by the way, it's going to be very fucking prosperous here. The best opportunity that you've ever been provided. It's something that's going to change the entire trajectory of your life. And again, like your status is changing, your tax bracket, everything is being advanced here again by way of an opportunity that you're going to feel tempted to reject because of your loyalty to somebody who is not loyal to you. By the way, the reason why you've had a hard time being forthcoming with whoever this boss or whatever this person is, this company, is because you're not safe there. You are just a number, and you're going to be involved now in a place that will truly honor everything about you. They respect you as a human being. They actually care about your well-being and your like, I want to say, quality of life, your work-home balance. There's a lot that's going to upgrade, but also it's a lot more money, the opportunity. And there's just going to be a lot more room for advancement, room to grow in all areas of your life because of this opportunity that you're going to be tempted to reject. So, by the way, they're saying you do not need to leave the current position before this position comes in. It's like the opportunity is going to come in. They want you to, of course, use discernment and consider everything and the pros and cons and make a list and whatever it is Capricorns do, because I know you guys are much more structured than myself. But they are saying, please do not allow your loyalty to somebody or something that is not loyal to you and has proven that on occasion. I want to say they're not constantly proving that, but just the fact that you feel like you can't be honest with your boss or this company is proof that you are not safe with them. Okay. I hope that makes sense for you, Capricorn. It feels very exciting. And I want to say congratulations on whatever promotion this is. A lot of you, I don't even think went for a promotion, and some of you did, or some of you are supposed to. So there's going to be an opportunity. If the actual opportunity isn't just somebody saying, hey, we want you to be the head of our blah, blah, blah. That does feel like that's going to happen for some of you. There might be a posting that you run across. God is going to bring it right in front of your eyeballs. Okay. You don't have to go seeking this out or searching for this, but you're going to see it. It's going to activate something in you. What does that mean? It's going to either cause a goosebump or a little tummy, like a little butterfly or something like that. You're going to know it's for you by the way your body psychically reacts to the information given. Okay. So again, that opportunity could be by way of somebody just coming in with an offer, or that opportunity could be something that you see online and you're going to get some sort of emotional activation from just the sight of it. I hope that makes sense for you. And we are going to move right along. I miss Sagittarius, you guys. Oh, okay. J-Dubs, I thought you were talking to me. Shoot, I was like, God dang it. I did feel like I did something weird there, but okay, we're gonna move right along here. Oh, hey, Adam. Hi, honey, good to see you. And yes, you did just miss Sagittarius. You can like zoom back. I have them labeled, so you can just zoom back to the Sagittarius reading. Of course, you can just catch it on the replay too. We will have a timestamp at that time. Good to see you, though. Okay, guys. So Sagittarius, no, I'm all freaked out. I can't get it together, but let's see what we got here. Aquarius. Aquarius, hey, they're gorgeous. My name is Melissa, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for the next few moments or so. We are going to get you some of the tarot cards here just to get quick messages from the divine, whatever messages are most profound or necessary at this time. Thank you, J Dubs, for helping my friend out. That, by the way, guys, is Adam, and I grew up with him. So fun, so cool, so good to see you. Okay, Aquarius, I love this energy for you. I want to say facts. So I don't know what you just spit, but it's like facts. Somebody just is like, I want to say, by the way, you didn't say it in a cocky way or a condescending way, or it was just so clear. And all that the whole room could feel was facts. You might have posted something online and it was like a mic drop moment. Let me find out. Oh, because yeah, they're like saying don't back off of this, or there's going to be, by the way, I'm getting like, oh, yeah, exactly. So there's something about the way people are going to react to these facts. By the way, the people who felt it the deepest, whatever you just spit, whatever truth you just spoke, those they're coming for you. Okay, these people that felt it the deepest, it might go against something that they currently believe, right? Or something, an illusion that currently supports their lifestyle or something like that, right? So oh yeah, but what I want to say is they're coming for you in the comments or wherever you're at or wherever you spoke this truth. Originally, by the way, spitting it, there it has been some positive feedback, or there's going to be some positive feedback, but there's going to be a lot more negative than positive at this time. However, if you can fight through the desire or the temptation to drop off completely and stop spitting facts, you're going to be one of the most powerful truth tellers, I want to say, in the world. But I have no idea who you actually are. Aquarius, I always get this energy on you because it's funny because does Eckhart Tolle really watch me? You guys, would that be something? Because I always get his energy. And it's something that profound, though. It's like you're on a level of Eckhart Tolle. You speak a little faster than he does. And whatever you're saying is activating. It's like sometimes Eckhart Tolle's wisdom is a little too high of a frequency, right? So sometimes a majority of us can't even understand what he's saying, myself included. But it's like the facts that you're spitting are going to be on a frequency that can be heard by all frequencies. It's a very interesting thing that you're doing here, but it's huge. And they're saying, first of all, don't spend 1 second reliving. I want to say there's a possibility that you tried to do this once before. You're coming back out of a dark night of the soul because you originally felt very called to this public eye or something like that, to maybe speak truth or help people awaken or something like that. I want to say the ridicule or the scrutiny or people started investigating your entire life is what I want to say here, is trying to dig up old things from your past. First of all, they're wanting you to be very honest about those things, acknowledge those things publicly if you need to. But for certain, you need to acknowledge those things to yourself so that they can't get you with them. Okay. Something about that. I hope that makes sense. So your there's facts that you're spitting that are very powerful that we need to hear, but they are saying, because people are very, by the way, this is interesting stuff because I just realized, and as I'm saying this, they brought up Charlie Kirk, and then it is his birthday. This is all very interesting stuff. I want to say that you are going to be a very powerful leader of change in whatever direction you feel like doing that. I'm not trying to say I agree with one way or the other, but truth, by the way, is all you're going to be spitting. But there is a need for you to get really grounded in the reality that 90% of people are going to fight. When you're an innovator, and that is what you're literally here to do, you're an Aquarius, okay? You're here to awaken the world. We're in the age of Aquarius. But aside from that, what you are here to do on the world stage, um, are you the ninth house? I don't think so. Why? You're like the 12th, 11th house, right? I don't know what this is. They're bringing up a life path 9. Okay. I don't know what that means for you. It feels like you're a humanitarian, but you're literally here to change the way the entire world sees the world. Okay. But they are saying that you're going to need to not only understand, but respect, expect, and be honored by the amount of people that are going to go against or try to oppose the truths that you're telling. Okay, because if you're out here spitting facts and everybody's agreeing with you, odds are, baby, that you're not spitting facts, you're spitting illusion. Okay, because there's just more people stuck in an illusion than there are that are willing to hear the truth. So that is it. Let whatever these people come for you with be like an honor, a badge of honor, something that just confirms that you are in fact telling a truth that the world might not be ready for yet. And by the way, there is a way to do this gracefully, okay, like with grace. So doing it to help us elevate, not to be right. I hope that makes sense for you, and I am going to move along there. Okay, J Dubs, interesting stuff. Do you have Aquarius anywhere in your chart? That message might have been for you, and I have no idea where Life Path 9 came from, and I don't know anything about Life Path 9. So bear with me as weird information will come through that I'm not able to kind of really relay properly. But I usually, not usually, always, whoever the message is for will understand what I'm saying, and that's all that matters. So moving right along to the sign of Pisces. Pisces, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa. I'm going to be your tarot card reader for the next few minutes or so. We're just going to get some of these tarot cards, guys. Quick messages from the divine, whatever messages need to come through for you. Pisces, something from your past is holding you back, is what I'm getting here. It's, by the way, it is painful. It is not something that, let me get more. It feels very, because I am getting a lot of this needing to acknowledge our pain in order to heal from it. And that's what I'm kind of getting here. It's like you keep sabotaging good, I want to say connections, by the way, good connections because of some connections that had you feeling very betrayed or left out in the past. Well, I do too, baby. So I get this on a deep level. I have Pisces nowhere in my chart, by the way. I have no placements. I don't even have a house in Pisces. I don't even understand how that works. But like, okay, well, we'll talk about this some other time, guys. But this feels like you keep pushing away good people, good connections, even good opportunities, or I want to just say opportunities to be happy. It could be job opportunities, it could be connections with friends, it could be romantic connections. There's a need to heal this. I'm getting a very oh, because you are so sensitive. It's like the reason why all the things happen to you in your childhood, the things that happen to your, I can't say it. The reason why all the things that happen to you in your childhood happen to you is not because they didn't happen to everybody else. They happen to everybody else. Unfortunately for you and every other water sign, or anybody with heavy water sign placements, you are able to feel everything more severely or more deeply. So the same exact things occurring to other people is not going to feel the same as it will feel to you. So you feel again like there's this energy of you feeling like none of this happened to anybody else and they'll never understand. While that is actually kind of accurate because the what really happens to us isn't about what happens to us. It's about what happens to us inside or our nervous system when that thing happens. And people that are able to kind of brush things off or don't have such a deep ability to feel things are not as affected emotionally or psychologically by the exact same scenarios that might affect somebody who is a Pisces or has a lot of water placements in their chart. These are gifts, by the way, baby, but they don't feel like them when you're being kind of like bashed around by the third dimensional folks in the world that again do this to each other as well. And it's done to them and it doesn't hurt them and it doesn't feel any kind of way. So they do it with when they're doing it to you, and by the way, you would never do it to them, whatever these things are. It's like when they're doing it to you, it feels so personal. And you think that they can understand the pain that they're causing you. And then you're like, why are they doing this? And it's like, literally, they just don't actually know they're doing it. They are on a lower frequency. They're on a lower level of conscious awareness. So they just don't even know because they can't feel the same things you can feel. It's like somebody, people who can't feel pain. It's bringing a weird thing through from a movie called Mr. Deeds. Okay. And the guy has Mr. Deeds stab him in the foot with a poker, a fire poker. But his foot is dead and it doesn't have feeling. Okay. So I want to say that other placements or other signs while the same poker might go through your foot as their foot. Your foot has feeling and theirs doesn't. So they're not going to feel it. It just looks like they're going through the same thing. I hope this makes sense for you, because what a weird analogy that came through for you, a weird way to explain that. But so they're saying, the divine is saying, in order to heal from this and stop sabotaging yourself, you're going to need to acknowledge that the same thing might be happening to others, but they are not feeling it as deeply as you. So you literally are going through a lot more than a lot of people. I hope that makes sense for you, but it isn't personal. It isn't because you're an outcast. It isn't because everybody's against you. It's just that they can't feel it when they do it to one another. They can't feel it when others do it to them. And they certainly can't feel it when they do it to you, but you can. And then because you can feel it, you assume they can, or they know what they're doing, but they don't. I hope this makes sense for you. They know not what they do is what's coming through. By the way, all of these things that have created a lot of turmoil and trauma in your life are ultimately going to shape the amount of success that you're able to encounter as soon as you stop sabotaging yourself with whatever this pain from the past is. Okay. I hope that makes sense for you. Got a little lost in translation there. That felt very Pisces Chiron-esque, by the way, Jada. So that was probably for you. I'm probably read for 3 people. That's okay. Hey, Big 1111. I love that fucking movie. I love that guy, by the way, and he just does slide up on folks. I love that shit. Okay, and yes, I don't even know. Usually, I can't quote movies very well, but that one, yeah, I love that dude's energy. He's definitely the 12th house ruled. Okay, let's get after it. I'm not even moving along here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm stuck on Pisces. We're going to Aries, guys. Aries, hey, they're gorgeous. My name is Melissa, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for the next few minutes or so. We're just going to grab some tarot today, get some quick messages from the divine, whatever needs to come through for you at this time. Of course, always only take what resonates for you and leave the rest. You're welcome to check out all of your placements or all of the signs if you feel so inclined. And let's get rocking. This has been, first of all, it is Libra season, and Libra has come out, and everybody's little reading showing your beautiful little face, Libra risings. I bet you guys are all gorgeous. Libras in general, but Venus ruled anything, of course. Let's get more on what this Queen of Swords is trying to tell me right now. Stick to your guns here, Aries. What? I don't need to tell you that. I feel like one of you were like, you don't need to tell me that. Or maybe all of you, but something about sticking to your guns here. Because it's talking about your Mercury now. And there's something about, I want to say your Mercury might be in Libra. And or I want to say an air sign or Gemini, actually, something that has a very, I want to say, because Libra comes off as a wordsmith for me. Well, I think Gemini can definitely sting too, or has some very like powerfully honest communication. There's something about your Mercury sign here, and it does feel like it's in Libra, and it's saying that there's a need to stick to your guns in a situation. By the way, this is coming through kind of a lot here, but there's something about closing out a cycle where you would say something very powerful and profound. I think Aquarius, this came through for as well. And then it stirs up when you're talking the truth to a world that has been brainwashed to see things incorrectly in a very strategic way. So it's not like we're dealing with people who just want to be, an illusion. These people are heavily brainwashed, right? So when you're standing your ground here and you have a slew, and I want to say like millions of people that are heavily brainwashed, they're under a spell, let's say, or a trance of some sort, and you trigger, it's like I'm watching you kind of poke the bear here, and it's like you trigger. I want to say, by the way, it feels almost it feels violent what you have stirred up in some people by speaking the truth. And this is going on in the world right now, but it's like, don't forget when this violent energy comes out of these people that you're poking what they think is their safety. It's like you're making the illusion that they think they need to survive feel unstable and chaotic, and it's terrifying for them, by the way. And so their immediate response, because most of these people are also traumatized on top of being heavily brainwashed, so it stirs a fight or flight out of them that literally they are willing to die or kill for their illusion to remain the reality. but there is a way, by the way, I want to say the way that Aries is, this is sweet because I think of you as so assertive and aggressive, but they're actually saying there's something so soft in the way you can finesse this, that you can get people to see the reality that is like opposite of their illusion that they're currently living in, that they feel safe in. And it's like you can kind of make them feel safe in truth. There's something about that. Whatever you're doing here, you're going to change the world. And wow, who is watching me? Because there just feels like so much powerful energy here. But this way that you're like, I'm almost watching you like rock them, right? As you're speaking a truth that is very uncomfortable to them. Originally, by the way, it is going to help them in the long run. The truth always will. The truth always will actually be the best route to go, but it doesn't feel that way. And it's so hard to let go of our illusion. I'm coming from personal experience here when we feel like our illusion is what is keeping us alive. Okay. I hope this makes sense for you, Aries, but they're saying you have some sort of gentle touch, the way you speak. It could be the tone of your voice, by the way. You might do like subliminals and or you might need to. In any sense, there's like I want to say several different streams of income here that you could get or you could be very successful in, and you could literally help impact and change the world into this new earth by gently I want to say coaxing, but that's not really the right word, but it is kind of. It's like you talking people. I'm watching them kind of come off the ledge and in the window. You're a negotiator, something like that. Whatever power you have here, you might actually be doing that. That might be something you're supposed to look into is becoming a negotiator. Somebody who you watch that movie. What a wonderful movie. I'm gonna watch it with my kids now. I think it's called The Negotiator, and he I think he talks people off of ledges or something like that, but I'm going to look into that. Either way, that's what I feel like you're here to do in a very powerful worldwide world stage way. Okay. Thank you so much for that work that you're doing. I love you so much. And just don't back down, but just remember, it's like they want you to walk into the situation hoping to be uncomfortable, because so you don't want to be snuck up on either. So kind of walking in prepared, or knowing that the more uncomfortable you get, the more comfortable they become, or something like that, right? It's like you're taking on their discomfort, but the way you're doing it, I can't explain what I'm saying here, is going to be such a profound way of you helping to heal the world. Okay. I love you so much. And we're moving right along to the sign of Taurus. Taurus, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for the next few minutes or so. We're just going to get some tarot today, Taurus, and get some quick messages from the divine, whatever needs to come through for Taurus at this time. That's where I knew Kelly Long from, J Dubs. That's your friend. I knew that name, and I was like, God, oh, that's so cute. Okay. You guys. Taurus, I'm sorry, honey. We got the Hermit card. Could be a Virgo coming towards you romantically, or a Pisces. I do want to say there's romance in your energy and you want nothing to do with it. Okay. There's something you're healing from, or it's like you're finding yourself here. With the Hermit card, it's about soul searching. And then I'm watching this person. It's like they're in your energy. I want to say orbiting your energy, whatever that might mean. Yeah, I want to say it's like, by the way, they are like Prince Charming, but you're not even attracted. You're not ready for that. And by the way, this is kind of what's going to seal the deal for you, is the fact that you are more focused on yourself right now. So an old you, the past you might have fallen for this trap and immediately fallen for this person or something like that. And there's this something that's going to occur by the chase. I don't know what this even, please bear with me. They're saying that your inability, it's like you can't even enjoy the, I want to say, romancing or courting that this person is doing, because you're so focused on elevating yourself, your own soul here, that it is literally making it. Well, this is wonderful, because I want to say that you used to be so focused on love that you weren't able to enjoy anything else outside of it, or you weren't able to enjoy anything but being courted, right? Or being chased after, or being lusted after, or something like that. Don't judge me here, okay? I'm just bringing through whatever it's saying, but they're saying now you've literally gotten into this place in your life where you're so focused on elevating yourself and searching for your own soul and what truly feeds you, that you are not even interested in or willing to entertain this person, whom, by the way, is going to become even more attracted. And there is going to be space in the future when you're through this period of isolation or introspection here, where this really can come in. And it's actually being solidified by the fact that you are not willing to stop the focus on you at this time to kind of fall for whatever their offer is. I hope this makes sense for you. But I'm getting like this energy of like, do you know when you hear about true love stories, the real like story starts out with like, she wouldn't give him the time of day? That's what I'm getting here. So it's like you won't give this person the time of day, male, female, non-binary, whatever. Don't really care how the scenario works, but you were focusing on yourself truly and deeply and being very uninterested in love at this time. And even especially this particular person is what's going to solidify their reality, or they're realizing their love for you and that it is genuine. They're, because you're not giving them anything, right? And they're like, but that's still it. Like they just know you're the one. Ooh, it's very romantic, very sweet. And again, they said just keep focusing on yourself and doing the work that needs to be done. And as soon as you are ready, the attraction will be undeniable and magnetic, and absolutely, it's going to be the love of a lifetime, is what I'm getting here. Sounds wonderful to me, Taurus. And we are moving right along to the sign of Gemini. Gemini, hey, they're gorgeous. My name is Melissa, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for the next few moments or so. We are just going to get some tarot cards today to see what the divine has for quick messages for you. Gemini could be dealing with a Capricorn here. Gemini, you might be, let me get more here. I do feel you submitting to the devil's the devil's lettuce. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. You know, what is that? Weed or something? The devil's, that's okay. Okay, honey. I just want to say, like, they're saying that you might be submitting. It feels like you're submitting right now, right? To, this is an interesting message that's coming through on the devil here, but to your addictions, to the temptations, it's like you're falling for them at this time. Your, what's the right word here? You're submitting is what keeps coming through to your temptations at this time. You're allowing your temptations to win. You're, by the way, this is temporary, and it is helping you heal some sort of betrayal that has occurred in your life. And this betrayal does feel old and new. And by the way, it feels like it could come from the past and have been brought up in, it's like if you don't heal in your childhood from an abandonment wound or a betrayal wound that you received from your own parents, or even our sick school system, there is a need to heal. Usually in our youth, we aren't capable of kind of processing the, especially if you're growing up in a traumatic household where you're in fight or flight, and your nervous system is constantly in fight or flight mode. So there isn't a real ability or opportunity to process anything sufficiently, or what's the right word here, thoroughly. So there's some things that have occurred in your life to try to unearth or relive those same pains, by the way. So when we don't release or heal from a trauma, the trauma will keep being relived in different like different situations. I want to say it's like this, let's say it comes from an abandonment wound from your parents, and then you end up dating the same person in different bodies until you heal from this abandonment wound. There is a, it's like saying right now you're kind of submitting to some maybe addictions, something that is making the pain go away. I want to say you're medicating, self-medicating with some sort of it could be prescription medications, or you know, any drugs or alcohol, sex, something outside of yourself that you're trying to mask the true pain. By the way, that's not gonna, this is temporary, that's not gonna last forever. There is a healing coming. So they're just saying, get mad enough at yourself to change, but don't shame yourself for the pain that you didn't create. Okay. So there is a need to take responsibility for the choices that you make in the here and now. But they also want you to acknowledge that the pain that you've been through wasn't your fault initially, and that the healing from it is a very excruciating but rewarding choice that we have to make as an adult that has survived childhood trauma. Okay. I hope this is making sense for you. In the meantime, they are saying, make this last high good. Okay. So, like, enjoy yourself, be safe, but and then they're actually telling you to say goodbye to it. So I'm watching you, whatever it is, a drink, a drug, a hit, a shot, or whatever, a cigarette. They're actually asking you to have a ritual with whatever this thing is that you're submitting to at this time. Have a ritual with this thing, get some tears, thank it for its assistance in getting through the pain, and then let it go. And then it's time to actually sit in the real pain without masking it, without handing it off to others. And then on the other side of that, I want to say it's the sun card. And let me just see if I can get the right card to pop out here. A victory, a huge win in your life. I want to say a lot of attention for your ability to get over or kind of overcome all of the things that you've been through. I'm getting from birth, baby. So I'm getting like that you weren't even properly cared for in your days old. So your little baby brain was not properly cared for or nourished from days old until now. And yes, those things you didn't cause yourself, but we do have to take responsibility for them. But they are saying to make one, like, give it one last, what is this, like the final show or the something final curtain? I don't really know what's coming through here, but it's like, take this last maybe day, week, month, whatever it is that you want to continue to submit to this, and then get your in gear, because you do have a victory ahead here and a lot of attention coming your way. I want to say that you're going to possibly even be in the public eye, because this is about a victory in the public eye. I want to say that you're even going to be in the public eye teaching people how to overcome the things that you've overcome. Okay, something like that. I love you so much. I hope that makes sense for you. And we are moving right along to the sign of Cancer. Cancer, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for the next few moments or so. We're going to just get you some of these tarot cards today, Cancer, and just see what quick messages need to come through for you from the divine. The Devil and the Six. What? These were just the cards that were in Gemini's reading. You could certainly be a Gemini Cancer cusp here. And you can certainly watch the Gemini reading if you're watching the playback. Certainly you could have heavy Gemini placements. But there is a victory. By the way, for you, I am getting over not your demons, but the demons, okay? And maybe demons you fought in the past here, but there is a victory over the demons or over the devil or over the ego. It could be your own ego, but it feels like over a lower vibrational or lower consciousness. It's like the higher consciousness is winning. By the way, I just can't help. I never really noticed this, but you can see on the Lovers and the Devil, they have the same lovers there, but I'm watching you like upgrade the consciousness of the collective from this sort of lower world energy to this higher frequency. Choosing with your heart or leading with your heart actually is going to bring a victory or a win. I want to say, by the way, you're going to love the devil into this frequency or something like that. There's a way, this was coming through for a different sign as well, but there's like something in a message that you might be sending publicly. You might have a platform in the public eye here where there is going to be a huge win for you. And it is going to be by way of you choosing with your heart or choosing to lead with love, choosing to lead people in a lower frequency with love. Okay. And not take whatever attacks that are coming towards you personally, but take them as, first of all, a compliment. I want to say that anybody who has resistance to the message that you're sending, that you might be sending in a public way here, of course, likely feels and believes the message that you're sending, or can feel the truth or the reality in your message. Something about that was coming through in another sign here that I don't remember what it was, but it definitely is saying the same thing, where there is the only way to prove that you're out here doing anything powerful is by the resistance that you're receiving from people who are stuck in a lower frequency. Okay. Everybody resists change, but I want you to know, when you do it from the heart, that the change that occurs will be beneficial to everyone. Okay. I hope that makes sense for you. And it does feel like a big win coming for you, a new level of achievement or something like that. It sounds exciting to me. I love you so much. And moving right along here to the sign of Leo. Leo, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa. I'm gonna get you some tarot cards here today. Just a quick message from the divine, whatever needs to come through for you. You're welcome, J-Dubs. Leo, what's going on, baby? Oh my goodness, baby. Ugh. I'm getting like, oh baby, okay, good, because it's like what feels like everything you've ever known is falling apart right now. But it was like getting all the schmuck out of your way so that you can have the life that you've been meant to live. Whew, yeah, baby. And then that is on the bottom of the deck here. So I just want to say, like, hey Jeremiah, because I was so sad and I can feel this. I mean, it literally feels like everything you've ever known falling apart. That's just it. It's like this song is coming through. It came through for somebody the other day as well, but it's Post Malone, and I will try to remember to times or to link that down below. But Fall Apart by Post Malone. Ooh, I fall apart. And it just feels sad and it feels so unfamiliar and it feels terrifying. And look, by the way, I'm just like watching you walk in the middle of a dark city, the middle of a city, by the way, and there's nobody around. It feels very strange here. It's this, but it's like all the fucking matrix around you is disappearing. But it's like, but you haven't kind of gotten to this part where all the reality and the abundance and the love and what you did all of this work for and went through all of this pain for hasn't showed up yet, right? It's like you're walking alone in a dark city all by yourself. There's nobody around. Again, the matrix has already disappeared. But then it's like you wake up and you're out in the field, right? And the sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and whatever you're going through right now is making room for this beautiful life that you have worked your ass off to get. Okay. So whatever feels like it's falling away is actually falling into place. And I hope that makes sense for you. And I am going to leave it there. It does feel like a very exciting future here that is you're not there yet. It's like you're still in the dark of the night. And again, I want to say originally in that scene, there was people everywhere and you were in the dark city and it was very loud and you couldn't hear yourself think. And then all of a sudden, you were in the middle of this like alleyway or in the middle of the city in the street. I want to say in the intersection of New York City, where and the city lights were all on, but there was maybe like that block of lights went out and there were no people anywhere. This is, I don't know, weird stuff coming through, but it feels like you kind of all of a sudden the matrix falling apart around you or disappearing around you, and it feels like you're losing everything you knew, but you're finding out that everything that you knew was actually not real anyways. Again, you may want to watch the movie The Matrix because that does keep coming through for you, but you're finding out that all the fun, flashy, and shiny things were never real in the first place. And the real things that truly matter are ahead for you if you can make it through this night. I hope that makes sense for you. The dark night of the soul, it does kind of feel like, so that feels like that analogy was trying to get me there to the dark night of the soul. But you're going to wake up in such a beautiful place. It's so beautiful and serene, and there's no more noise, or the only noise is reality. It's like birds chirping. This is going to heal your soul, by the way. Just getting out in nature is what they're actually saying. So it's a strong need to get out into nature. If you have sunshine where you're at right now, take advantage of it and make sure that you're getting out and your bare feet into the ground, of course, and get your eyeballs onto the sun. If you can't do that in the middle of the day, like I can, make sure do it during the sunset or the sunrise. Getting a actual visual contact with the sun. You can certainly just let the sun contact your eyes without looking directly at it, but a lot of my downloads, some of my most profound downloads from the divine have come by way of me looking directly at the sun. Okay. But also a lot of soul healing, or a lot of, I want to say, ego healing actually has come from my contact with the sun. So if you can't look directly at the sun during the daytime, you should be out in the daytime, by the way, during the peak hours of the sun. But if you can't look directly at it, and don't if you're going to hurt yourself, do try to get a direct contact with the sun, eye contact with the sun during the sunset or the sunrise if you can. Okay, that's what they're saying. And didn't even see the trilogy, I don't think, you guys. Okay, and trilogies are hard to do, right? Okay. Hard to keep us interested all the way up to the trilogy. Maybe I have seen it, but it's been a long time. Guys, I've got a lot of new movies that me and my kids are going to watch because I want to watch that. Jeremiah, you weren't here for it, but the movie The Negotiator came through. What a good fucking movie. I'm going to go watch it. I want to say who was in that movie. I don't even know, you guys, but I absolutely loved that movie. And then of course now we all have to watch The Matrix and all of its series or whatever. Okay, and we are moving right along to the sign of Virgs. Virgo, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa. I'm also a big fan of the Bourne movies, you guys. I don't know why I'm in a movie mood. Is what's going on? The sun or the moon is in Leo at this time, guys. And it does feel a little cuffing season out. We are in Libra season, which of course is Venus ruled, and just feels like a lot of love and cuddling shit in the air and stuff like that. Okay, you guys. Virgo, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa. Gonna be your tarot card reader. We're just gonna get you a few of these tarot cards today. We're not gonna do any oracle cards or anything. Just see if we can get some good messages from the divine for you. I love this. So the Page of Wands here is about, I don't want to say passionate communication, by the way. The pages all represent a messenger or a message, but a messenger of some sort. And I do feel like some type of communication could be coming, or you may be feeling inspired to communicate passionately, or a passionate communication is coming through on that. An opportunity that you might be passionate about. The Knight of Swords here, because now, just give me a second, because it feels like something could turn heated here if you don't, if you're unable to be vulnerable in this communication, whatever this communication is. This could be a friend of yours. This could be a lover. This could be, romantic, platonic. This could be a business opportunity. But they're saying that if you, by the way, whatever the conversation is, it's okay to disagree. Disrespect is not okay, by the way. So there is something about passionate communication coming, but it is like it could turn heated and into an argument. It could be a clashing of, wow, this like, I just did a love reading for you not that long ago, and it was talking about like the clashing of beliefs. So it feels like two different belief systems coming. By the way, I feel like there's an actual truth that is the in between the two belief systems. Okay, something like that. I hope that makes sense for you, but they are saying to be aware of, because it's going to be so passionate, it's going to kind of like cause, I want to say, a trigger, by the way. So either you or this other person is going to become triggered, maybe both of you, but they are saying ultimately, if you guys can come to some sort of common ground here, which is what the actual communication is supposed to be here to do in the first place. So you not running or them not running, so making sure that we're communicating respectfully, even though we have a clashing of perspectives here. I feel like there can be like this, um something that makes all of us happy, right? A happy medium here, or some sort of revelation. It's like you're both going to realize that something that the two of you, that you each bring something, a part of the truth to the center or something like that. I hope that makes sense for you. Ultimately, the real truth that neither one of you are actually at, but are going to come to together, is going to bring total emotional fulfillment for both of you. This could be romantically. So I do want to say that this might be like romantic communication, or a need to communicate clearly with a romantic partner. But to, again, respect each other's differences, but also honor each other's needs or something like that. And that will bring total emotional fulfillment to both of you. I hope that makes sense for you, Virgo. And I am going to wrap it up there, you guys. Is that it? Did we make it? Happy birthday again, Libra. And J Dubs, thank you. Can everybody give J Dubs a hand? I mean, a round of applause. A hand. A round of applause. J Dubs, thank you so much for everything. You are just a rock star, an absolute great human. And we are very blessed to have you here in the chat and on this channel for so long. And love and appreciate everything that you do. Design. I love you. Design, Mara. Did you have, by the way, did anybody have any questions? If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you here. We did get through this pretty quickly. What are we at here? We're only at an hour and 5 minutes. Much love to you, honey. And you're welcome to, if you have any questions for the tarot, you're welcome to put them in the chat. I probably won't stick around too long waiting for a question, by the way. So let me know you have a question, and then okay, you got it, J Dubs. And I think I accidentally closed the chat on Umair last week. Yeah, I didn't see his question in time. J Dubs. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Okay. There could be some type of assistance available to you, by the way, they're saying on this, but I do feel like what this means is just total emotional, or I mean, total financial stability coming towards you. Maybe you already are financially stable, but it does feel like some sort of assistance or inheritance or something that's going to help boost you beyond where you're already at and make like whatever you're pursuing at this time much more successful. Okay, so they are saying that there might be a need to look for that assistance if it is assistance that you might need. If you don't need assistance, it does feel like some random assistance is going to be coming your way, or some sort of loophole, or some sort of tax break that you weren't anticipating, or a jackpot, or an inheritance, or something, an amount of money coming, or some sort of grant. Could be for first time business owners, or I don't really know, some sort of something available to you that is going to make, I want to say, ensure the success of your company or your business. Okay. I hope that makes sense for you. Um, and it could just be like a client or a contract that signs on with a big amount of money or something like that. But whatever this is, feels like a lump sum. Is that the right word? Lump sum. I was trying to come up with that last week. Oh, that's so tough. That spiritual attachment. Wow. What a painful thing. And what I found out after my spiritual attachment to what kind of brought me through my dark night of the soul and ultimately healing myself and finding myself, was that it was never an attachment that I had. It was my own soul calling me to it by way of like just excruciating pain. It's like because we will just stay on this like rat race or this sort of mundane life or routine, this autopilot, until we've kind of been forced to acknowledge some pain that we've maybe been suppressing or repressing. But if you have an actual question, let me see. I am a Leo. You said dark night of the soul. I have a spiritual attachment I'm trying to get rid of. So the only way that in my experience, if you're wondering about how to get rid of a spiritual attachment, is to continue to focus on yourself. So the attachment will naturally go away when you've healed whatever needs to be healed in yourself, or started to take care of yourself better, or make better choices. And I don't, I have no idea for you what exactly that might look like. Um, You're welcome, J-Dubs. Yeah, if you're having any troubles, J-Dubs, financially, they're saying that there is a grant available for you. So, or some sort of assistance, or some sort of tax break, or something that you didn't even realize you would get with this business change or move that you've done, something like that. Okay, so you might have to look for it. But if you are not struggling, that's saying if you are struggling. If you are not struggling, by the way, regardless, I think this is going to be a very successful move that you made. But at the moment, if you are struggling, there might be some different assistance out there for you. So yeah, Kelly, focusing on yourself, and I think that is what the actual Leo reading was about, is like the brightness is coming, like there's going to be light at the end of this dark tunnel, or that dark night, yeah, whatever was coming through. But it is about just getting to, there's nothing actually outside of us that is affecting us in the way that we think it is. It's internal things that we need to heal from previous, I want to say from our childhood, but um Kelly, honey, if you're still here, and you have an actual question though, because I feel like I didn't really help you there. It's just saying, yeah, the attachment that you think is to something or somebody else is actually your own soul calling you to heal it, to heal your own heart, to heal from something, to honor yourself. And how, however, mine started out by quit doing drugs, quit drinking, and then quit smoking cigarettes, and then start eating healthy. And my soul just kept calling me to little different ways of elevating my own frequency. Ultimately, the more you elevate your frequency, the further away you feel from these attachments that weren't really attachments in the first place. They were literally just calling you to do what's best for you. I hope that makes sense for you. Okay, guys. If you don't have any other questions, I will definitely okay, sure, let's do that. You're right. So what can Kelly focus on first in this first phase of her getting her groove back? Her thoughts. um ooh, that's let me just see more. Or a Gemini, there is something. Oh, okay. Well, first of all, the attachment. They're saying you might just be learning your worth at the same time, right? And recognizing when people are being deceptive to get what they want from you. I don't really know, again, what that might mean. Or this person, I want to say, by the way, the attachment that you felt, they're saying now it's not necessarily the attachment or the detachment that hurt, more so the feeling rejected or betrayed or lied to is causing the pain or something like that. And ultimately, it's not even them that's causing the pain. It's the fact that you were willing to betray yourself or abandon yourself to accept things that were less than what you deserved. And I hope that makes sense for you. That so it's saying a need to focus on. Well, we already went through this. A need to focus on you, but so for right now, what they're saying or I'm saying is working on your mind set, your boundaries, and then self care. Okay. So self love is about, again, making better choices, setting boundaries, not allowing disrespect, even though I want to say, let me just explain to you that somebody that keeps leaving every single night, but coming to, I don't know what your situation is, but let's say somebody who is never home at night, they're always out with their friends or something like that. But they live with you or they have their things there or something, they're using you, right? And our first step, always our first step is to stop allowing anybody to use us for anything, stop abandoning ourselves first. And so setting a boundary, I want to say, despite our desperate need to be in their energy. So when I had that same attachment, that's what it is. Like that attachment, it's like it's so strong, but the strongest thing you can do right now is walk away from it anyways and start taking good care of yourself. And even I don't care how tempted you get or how lonesome for that person or longing for that touch or whatever it is you get, um, continue to choose yourself. And that's actually how we build that self love muscle. But they are saying something about self care. So things that might start eating healthier, right? So that will help you to, yeah, don't be a puppet. Yeah, yeah. Well, and again, so a lot of times then we get in sometimes this also they want you to acknowledge the reality that you were abandoning yourself, right? And not judge yourself for it, not hate yourself for it, but start doing something different about it and start taking better care of yourself. But also recognize that people can only treat us how we allow them to treat us or something like that. There is that acknowledgement that needs to come. But by the way, they want you to, first things first, like of course, step away. Don't let this person in your life any longer. Detach completely, no matter how hard that is. Okay, that's the first step. Crying is also a very good way to release that negative energy from your core, getting out in nature, grounding your bare feet into the ground. Your emotional body is best healed in the ocean, by the way. So if you're near an ocean, that would be lovely. If not, Epsom salt in a bath would be a alternative, or a lake if you can get there, a river or a stream. Ocean is the best option there for healing your emotional body. Crying in the shower or crying in the an Epsom bath, Epsom salt bath. Um, You're welcome, honey. And so they're saying, so here are some things. So that will help you with minerals in your body as well. But making sure that you're eating nutrient dense foods, assuming that you eat meat, some ribeyes. Okay. If you don't eat meat, then however you can get as many nutrients into your system. Moringa powder is a really good option. Shilajit might be a good option for you. These are some things that helped me through my spiritual awakening. Vitamin D3 with K2 is a very essential thing if you're not getting outside and in the sun 85% of your days. So even if you are getting out there 50% of your day, supplementing with some D3 and K2 is going to help you through this part of your ascension. And again, natural bodies of water, getting your feet into the earth, getting your palms of your hands onto some trees here, and then most importantly, hydrating, not with just water, but with mineral water, so with salt in it, okay, or electrolytes. And then eating nutrient dense foods. Of course, some of the most nutrient dense foods you can eat are beef, like some good ribeye steaks, right? If you're not into meat, though, any nutrient dense fruits and vegetables that you can think of, some of them might be like, I want to say, like, if you're into, they're giving me like root vegetables or gourds. So any of those things that come straight from the earth would be great for you as well. What are those called? Sweet potatoes, one of my favorites that helped me through my ascension as well. Getting nice and grounded and getting as many vitamins and minerals as you can get into your body is going to be essential for you at this time. Okay. I am going to wrap it up there. I love you, Kelly and J Dubs. Thanks for bringing your buddy today. And thanks for being here always. And um, you're welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys so much. We will be back shortly, or not tonight or anything, but soon for another live reading. I possibly tomorrow, but if not, definitely next week. And look forward to make sure you have your bell notification icon set to all if you do want to be notified when I do upload or go live in the future, guys. And I should be uploading some readings tomorrow, of course, and possibly going live. We'll see. Okay. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. And thank you for being here. And I love you so much. And mwah, I'm out. JW, J Dubs. Thank you so much, honey. Oh, thank you so much. I love you guys so much. I owe you my life. I should be giving you that $20 for all the work you do around here. I love you so much and thank you for everything. And I will see you guys very soon.